In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Rocklin, California, and I'm going to give you the pros and the cons so you can determine if it's the right spot for you. Let's jump into it. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Gage with the Gage Group right here in Sacramento. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. This is where I talk to you about Sacramento and the greater area, and we dive deep into the various neighborhoods. I am a local realtor, and my team and I help people all the time relocate to Sacramento and the greater areas. So if that's you, don't hesitate, give us a call, reach out. We would be more than happy to help you, even if it's like a year out, because you want to put a game plan in place to make it a smooth transition. I'm going to ask you a favor. If you like this video, don't forget, like, subscribe, all those good things so I can keep getting these videos out there. Number one, family friendly. In fact, recently niche.com ranked Rocklin, California as one of the best places in Placer County to raise a family. So that was a great ranking. Also, it's a very suburban area. So if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of downtown, it is, much more peaceful, quiet, has definite neighborhoods, kids can ride bikes. There's also a ton of parks. When they developed the city, they gave it a good amount of thought, and there's parks about a half mile away from every resident's door in Rocklin, which is a major perk. There's also a lot of activities to do with kids, some for free, some you have to pay, but definitely a lot of things to keep people entertained. Rocklin's also an area where you do get more for your money. A reason why a lot of people do move to the suburbs, because price per square foot, you're getting a lot larger of a home compared to Sacramento proper. The price per square foot is going to be a lot more. And one of the biggest things why it's so family friendly is because the schools are ranked so high. The public schools have awesome ratings. You don't have to, figure out the school and then live there. They're all good. When people are looking closer to downtown Sacramento, not all of them are ranked as high. So, they have to figure out where their school is and then decide where to live. And so it limits them. In Rocklin, they're all great. And you can check out greatschools.org for more information on a particular school you're interested in. Number two, new homes. So Rocklin definitely has an abundance of new builds and is a newer area overall. So with newer homes comes lower maintenance. You aren't having to worry about the HVAC going out or the roof leaking, because all these big ticket items are relatively new. Especially if you're buying a brand new build, you're the first person in there. So it is so clean. You don't have to worry about any dings and dirty spots anywhere. It's all yours. And also with new homes comes the most current styles and finishes. So a lot of the new homes you're seeing built right now are the popular modern farmhouse style, as opposed to having to update your home to the current trends. So these are, this is a great reason why to make Rocklin your home if this is a big priority for you to have a newer home. This is definitely an area to consider. Number three, clean. Now, this may seem like a funny one, but it's definitely true. When you drive around Rocklin, you just get a really good sense of that it's a clean area. It has a pleasant aesthetic. And some of the reasons are because there is no trash in the street, the potholes in the roads. The roads are perfectly paved. There are no potholes. You don't have to worry about your car getting messed up. There's no homeless. And all these things you see a lot more of when you're closer to Sacramento proper. So if these things are important to you, Rocklin's definitely a place to consider. It's also overall newer, so you're going to have, better roads, and it's just going to look cleaner because it's newer. Number four, everything's close by. So Rocklin has every type of chain store you could imagine. Everything's at your fingertips, lots of amenities, that you'd have in any city. You can expect here, like Costco, Home Depot, Winco, Home Goods, all your favorite stores that you're used to. You will have no problem getting in Rocklin. And this is a great convenience. And, you know, if you're out of milk, no problem. The store is right down the street. Number 5, lots of things to do. So obviously, when you're living somewhere, most people want a lot of activities and things to keep them occupied. And, you know, there's endless things to do out in Rocklin. You know, one that's free and good for you is going on a hike. There's a lot of nature surrounding Rocklin, a lot of great hikes. You can check out the website, All Trails, for some in particular. There's also a lot of great shopping. Your closest shopping mall is going to be in Roseville. So you're looking at the Galleria or the Fountains. The Fountains is your outdoor mall. And they have beautiful fountains with lights and music. Kids seem to love it. But you have restaurants and entertainment, movie theaters. So you could, the possibilities are endless with those 2 malls. There's also a lot of active things like iFly, which is an indoor skydiving place, really fun, or Top Golf. Even if you're not a so-called golfer, it's definitely a fun place to go. And then there's Quarry Park Adventures, which is really unique to the area. And it's actually the nation's only adventure park built within atop a former rock quarry. But at this place, you can go paddleboard, zip line, do aerial adventures. They have free fall jumping, something for everyone. If you're an active person and like activities, this is a great spot. And they also have like a kids cove where there's about 30 different active activities kids can do. So definitely a spot to check out. Number 1 con, new homes. So this was also actually a pro I mentioned, but for some, this could be a con. It just depends on your style and lifestyle. New homes are not for everyone. They might not like the feel. They might want an area with more character, that's older, want more charm. Those things would describe homes closer to Sacramento proper, where you can get a much older home. You know, homes that are newer don't have as much character. You know, you aren't going to have like the engravings and crown moldings like you'll see in a home that's 1920s. Also, with new homes comes smaller lots. So if you want a big backyard, that might not be for you, because a developer's job is to make the most money, and they aren't trying to give you a big backyard. Also, you know, if you aren't a person that likes everything that looks similar, some people think it looks clean. Some people would say, oh no, that's cookie cutter. So if you're one that errs more on the side of, you would call it cookie cutter, this might not be an area for you. You might need more character. Number 2, Mello-Roos. Now, this is a huge one, and a lot of times buyers have no idea, and they're shopping around, and when they find out there's Mello-Roos and it's thousands of dollars more a year, they are shocked. So this is why you want to make sure you're with a good lender and a good realtor who can give you a heads up on these things. But basically what Mello-Roos is it's attached to your property tax, and it increases your property tax. And basically, since the area is new, it's fees to help develop the area, to pay for the roads, pay for the schools, pay for the fire department, all those things that help put together a new neighborhood. And the newer the neighborhood is, the higher the Mello-Roos is going to be. So you want to make sure that your lender and realtor are aware of the Mello-Roos in that area, so you are not shocked when you find a house and it's a lot more, or else you're wasting your time. You know, with the pluses of the new area come the minuses of the taxes. You know, but as they say, nothing is for free. Number 3, the commute. So now, if you are one of those that has the ability to work from home, this is probably not going to be a problem to you. But if you do have to commute to Sacramento proper or downtown, this could definitely be an issue and something you want to consider, because a car commute can be absolutely horrible if it's much longer than what you want. You know, it could be as quick as 30 to 35 minutes to get to downtown, but traffic can sometimes be horrible, and it could be as much as an hour. So you really want to test these things out and make sure, you know, you're open to a commute that could be that long. Sometimes I have buyers say initially, yes, not a problem. But then when we start searching for a home and they really think about the day in and day out and the grind of it, they don't want to be in their car that long. And it can really take its toll on you. So definitely something to consider. Also, you have the 65 freeway that runs off the 80. And, you know, for most places in Lincoln, you need to take that, and that can be bumper to bumper. So definitely something to consider. Number 4, big chains. Now you may be saying, I don't think that this is a con, but for some, it is going to be a con. Some people like more of the mom and pop individualized stores that have more character. They want to support small businesses. Yes, in Rocklin, you do have some small businesses, but there is a lot of big chains. When I think of Rocklin, I think bigger chains, Big Five, Home Goods, Home Depot. And if that's not your style, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the same buyer who doesn't like new home builds, the overall aesthetic for them is going to be older. Things are going to look different. They like things to look different, not all the same. So if that's you, then this is something to consider and take note of. Number 5, median home price. So the current median home price in Rocklin, California is going to be $675. And that is going to be higher than Sacramento proper, which is around $550. And that's quite a bit higher. Now, you know, if we dive deeper into that, for $675, the price per square foot is actually a bit lower in Rocklin compared to Sacramento proper, but you're getting a bigger home in Rocklin. The average homes are a lot larger. So you are going to have the median price point be higher. Maybe you don't need a home that's so big, so you might want to consider Sacramento proper instead. But, you know, for that higher median price point, you do get a newer home that is more spacious. A newer home means lower maintenance, means that you aren't going to have to put near as many dollars into the upkeep of the home. You are not going to have an HVAC that breaks next month after you close on the property. So it's all relative, but this is definitely something to consider and take note of before you choose your area. Number 6, not walkable. So if you are one of those buyers that wants a walkability factor, then this is not the spot for you. You're out in the middle of the suburbs, so things are conveniently located, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes away, but it's not no walkability factor. Let's just put it at that. If you are interested in that, you're going to be looking close to Sacramento proper, closer to like a downtown, midtown, maybe East Sac for that situation. And this is just something to note. You got to figure out what's most important to you and see, you know, if these pros or cons fit that. All right, so if you're still watching this, you have to do me one quick favor. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video down below. And, you know, I hope you found this video informative, and this can kind of help you determine if Rocklin is the right spot for you. If you have any questions, as I mentioned, don't hesitate to reach out. My team and I help people all the time. All right, I'll see you on another video.